So I'm joined now by David Hudson, National Sales Manager at Guhring UK. David, obviously, MACH isn't happening. Disappointing, but what were you going to show at the event?
We had a number of products that we were launching, or certainly semi-launching at MACH. We always use MACH as a bit of a focal point for product. It's a good show for that, we find, and it enables us to get the exhibits over that have been shown at EMO, together with the literature and the support, and also some of our German colleagues come over to support us as well. So we plan to certainly launch the RT1 Munich XF drill, which was a new drill that we have in the range. We've been lucky enough that we've been running quite a few of these now around companies in the UK, and we're having a lot of success within it, which is good. It's a solid carbide drill. It's a new geometry. It's very difficult, to be fair, to bring a lot of new things into drilling. If you think of drilling, it's hundreds of years old, if in that respect, and to all intents and purposes, the tool looks very similar than it did many years ago. But
yeah, you've got a big range of drills, haven't you?
Absolutely, definitely so. The range itself is continuing to grow. They very rarely take tools out of the range, so they keep adding new ones in for new applications.
Yeah, a product that you'll no doubtedly launching that I've seen at Guhring UK as well as EMO is the threadmill, the drill threadmill.
Yeah, it's the MTM H3-Z, which we've actually nicknamed the Drifter because of the way that it looks when it's actually cutting. I think it's a radically new tool in respect that it enables the customer or the user to be able to drill and thread mill and also chamfer all in one application, and it can do it up to materials up to 66 Rockwell as well. So typically you might get a situation where somebody has missed a hole out on a hardened plate or something along those days, and normally it's a little bit of an issue, obviously, where they've got to try and machine it. With this particular tool, you can literally do the whole lot in one, which is good. Yeah,
or maybe reduce the reliance of an EDM machine. So you've got a heat treated material, and typically you'd have to EDM that.
Absolutely right. And I mean, I even had one just before the lockdown. Actually, it was a customer who rang us up and said, had we got a possibility? And he'd literally got a machine where he didn't have any empty space in the carousel to take it, and just the ability to be able to do the whole lot in one hit, enabled him to take a job on as opposed to not take that job on, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and we're not saying it's just for high 60 plus Rockwell. You can do it all materials.
Absolutely right. You can use all materials from it. It's obviously not as quick as would be. So what they tend to say is, if you've got a situation where you've got up to 3 holes on a component, it's beneficial doing it. If you've got more than that, then it's going to be quicker to drill it and thread mill it.
Yeah, sounds good. What else is new at the show, or would have been new at the show?
SpiraTech was another tool that we were going to be launching, and SpiraTech is a 3-flute countersink. Again, it's a new idea. It's a situation where we've come up with a new geometry, which is a convex cutting edge, which reduces the actual load on the tool dramatically by up to 60%, believe it or not. And it also gives a chatter free. I mean, one thing with chamfering, again, it tends to be a last operation on the component, and the last thing you want then is a load of chatter on the actual
yeah. Yeah, and that's technology that hasn't moved forward in probably 40 years, isn't it?
It's another situation with drilling. They just haven't changed, and this is totally different. Where it's the convex cutting geometry. It's also an uneven flute form on it as well, so that you've got the coating on it as well. We've got I'm trying to have a look at the titanium aluminium nitride coating that we run within it. It's arranged in sizes from 6.3 up to 31 mil, and on straight shank, so it can be used in nearly all applications. And they're also bringing in a 60-degree later on this year, which will complement it. Yeah,
sounds good. And the other one I've seen at the show is this. You have to excuse me, I can't recall the name, but the aluminium high performance end mill, where you've got gashes in the flutes to break the swarf up.
Skyline, yeah, Skyline. Skyline's a milling cutter that we're using it a lot for. It was actually I believe developed by our colleagues over in Holland when they developed it for high metal removal in aluminium in the aircraft industry. We've used it in various applications now, and it's working really good. We've also got the ability that we can actually make the tool in the UK as well, so that's quite good in that respect.
Yeah, for sure. We talk about aerospace materials and Inconel and things, but over 50% is still aluminium. So that sounds like a tool for the aerospace industry.
It is completely and utterly. We're looking at. We've already run some of those in applications and had some success with it. A lot of those, as they are, although it's all right having a standard range as we've got, you've also got a situation where there's a lot of radii on tools, and we're able to make those and modify those in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm. As you say, MACH's not here, so you're launching them now. A load of these products are on MTD, and the full range will be on MTD in the coming weeks and months. You're doing a lot of email marketing and things, so you're launching these products, but you've got to get these in front of your customers, haven't you? And they need to touch and feel these tools.
Absolutely, and there's a few things that we're also bringing along later in the year, which are still going ahead. It was a little bit late. We'll have a new SL range, which is always very popular from us, which we were hoping to have for MACH, but as things turned out, we wouldn't have been able to there in time anyway. But certainly later in the year, it'll be a new SL catalogue with lots of new products in it, which obviously would be quite good as well.
Sounds good. Well, I look forward to seeing you soon, and thanks for your time.
Absolutely, problem. Yeah, keep safe. All the best, Joe. Cheers now.